Your kitchen isn't messy because you have too many things. It's messy because your kitchen is fighting against you. Every time you cook, you move the cutting board, you shift the dishes, you search for a pan, you clear the counter again and again. In Japan, many kitchens are actually much smaller than yours, yet they somehow feel twice as organized. The secret isn't buying more storage, it's designing the kitchen so clutter never has a chance to appear. Today, we'll look at 12 Japanese kitchen organization ideas that quietly solve problems most people don't even realize their kitchen has. 1. Multi-level sink workstation. If you think your kitchen is too small, take a look at the sink. In most homes, it's one of the biggest areas in the kitchen, yet most of the time it's doing absolutely nothing. Japanese designers looked at that empty space and asked a simple question: why not make the sink part of the countertop? That's why many Japanese kitchens use a multi-level sink workstation. Special cutting boards slide across the sink. Drain baskets fit perfectly on built-in rails. Even food prep trays can move from one side to the other without taking up extra space. Suddenly, the sink isn't just for washing anymore. It's where you chop vegetables, rinse produce, drain pasta, and even cool hot cookware. Instead of building a larger kitchen, Japan simply made one area do 4 different jobs. It's a perfect example of a design philosophy you'll see throughout this video. Every centimeter should earn its place. 2. Pull-out faucet. Now that the sink has become a workstation, the faucet has to work harder too. Traditional faucets stay in one place. That means lifting heavy pots, twisting awkwardly to rinse every corner, or splashing water everywhere. Japanese kitchens solve this with a pull-out faucet. The spray head extends like a shower hose, letting you reach every part of the sink with almost no effort. Need to rinse vegetables? Easy. Wash a baking tray? No problem. Clean the sink itself? Just pull, spray, and slide it back into place. It seems like a tiny upgrade, but when you use your kitchen every single day, small improvements quickly become huge conveniences. 3. Over-the-sink drying rack. After cooking comes the dishes, and that's when most kitchens lose half of their workspace. Plates cover the countertop. Bowls take over every empty corner. Japanese homes avoid this by moving the drying rack somewhere most people never think to use, right above the sink. Water drips directly back into the basin instead of pooling on the counter. Freshly washed dishes dry naturally, without stealing valuable workspace. What's clever isn't the rack itself, it's the location. Instead of adding another object to the kitchen, Japanese design combines 2 areas into one efficient system. 4. Under-sink sliding organizer. Here's a space almost every kitchen has, and almost every kitchen wastes. Open the cabinet under your sink. There's a good chance it's filled with random bottles, cleaning supplies, and things you've completely forgotten about. The plumbing makes everything difficult to reach. Items disappear into the back and stay there for months. Japanese kitchens often solve this with sliding organizers. Instead of reaching into a dark cabinet, the entire storage area glides out toward you. Nothing gets buried. Nothing gets lost. It's another reminder that good organization isn't about owning fewer things, it's about making everything easy to access. 5. Pull-out pantry cabinet. Some of the smartest storage ideas aren't found in large spaces. They're found in the smallest ones. Look at the narrow gap beside a refrigerator. In many homes, it's simply empty. In Japan, that tiny space often becomes a slim pull-out pantry. Just a few inches wide, yet capable of storing cooking oil, sauces, canned food, spices, and bottles in perfectly organized rows. Pull it out, grab what you need, and slide it back. What looked like wasted space suddenly becomes one of the hardest working parts of the kitchen. Because in Japanese design, there's no such thing as an unusable corner. Every gap is an opportunity. 6. Built-in trash sorting drawer. Trash bins are one of those things every kitchen needs, but nobody wants to look at. They take up floor space, they create visual clutter, and if you recycle, you'll probably need more than one. Instead of leaving bins out in the open, many Japanese kitchens hide them inside a pull-out drawer built directly into the cabinetry. With one gentle pull, separate compartments appear for burnable waste, plastics, cans, or bottles. When you're done, everything disappears back inside. It keeps the kitchen looking clean and makes recycling feel like part of the cooking process instead of an extra task. It's a small design choice, but one that reflects something much bigger. Good organization doesn't just hide the mess, it makes the right habit effortless. 7. Deep drawer kitchen system. Open the lower cabinets in many older kitchens, and you'll probably end up kneeling on the floor. You reach into the darkness, move 3 pots out of the way, only to find the one you wanted sitting all the way in the back. Japanese kitchens take a completely different approach. Instead of traditional cabinets, many now use deep, full-extension drawers. Everything slides out toward you. Pots, pans, bowls, even heavy appliances become easy to reach. Nothing gets buried, nothing disappears into the back. The entire kitchen becomes easier to use simply because everything is visible at a glance. Sometimes, better organization isn't about adding storage. It's about making the storage you already have actually accessible. 8. Vertical pan organizer. Here's a question. How many frying pans do you have stacked on top of each other right now? It seems harmless until you need the one at the bottom. Suddenly, you're lifting heavy cookware, making noise, and putting everything back again. Japanese kitchens avoid this with vertical pan organizers. Instead of stacking pans, each one stands upright in its own divider. Just slide one out, exactly like pulling a book off a shelf. It's faster, quieter, and it protects your cookware from scratches. A tiny change in orientation can completely change how a kitchen feels to use. 9. Horizontal spice drawer. Finding the right spice shouldn't feel like a treasure hunt. Yet in many kitchens, spice jars sit behind one after on a shelf. The label you need is always hidden. So you pick up one bottle, then another, and another, until you finally find the right one. Many Japanese kitchens solve this by storing spices inside shallow drawers instead. The containers lie flat at a slight angle, with every label facing upward. Open the drawer, and everything is visible instantly. No searching, no rearranging, just one quick glance. It's designed around how our eyes naturally scan information. When a kitchen works with human behavior, even cooking becomes less stressful. 10. Appliance garage. Take a look around your countertop. The toaster, the rice cooker, the coffee machine, the electric kettle. Individually, they don't seem like much, but together, they slowly take over the entire kitchen. Japanese designers came up with a surprisingly elegant solution. It's called an appliance garage. Behind a pair of cabinet doors is a dedicated space where small appliances stay plugged in and ready to use. Need your coffee maker? Open the doors. Finished? Close them again. Nothing has to be unplugged or moved, yet the countertop instantly looks clean and spacious. The appliances never disappeared. Only the visual clutter did. And that's one of the biggest lessons from Japanese kitchen design. A tidy home isn't always about owning less. Sometimes, it's simply about seeing less. 11. Built-in fish grill. There's one feature hidden inside many Japanese kitchens that surprises almost every visitor. You won't find it on the countertop. You might not even notice it at first. Look just beneath the stovetop, and you'll often discover a built-in fish grill. Instead of buying a separate appliance, Japanese gas ranges include a compact grill tucked neatly underneath the burners. It's perfect for grilling fish, vegetables, chicken, or even toast. When you're done, you simply slide it back in. No bulky countertop appliance, no extra storage needed. It's a clever reminder that in Japan, appliances aren't just added to the kitchen, they're designed into it. The less space they occupy, the more space you have to enjoy cooking. Question for you. Would you actually use a built-in grill like this, or do you prefer a separate appliance? Let me know in the comments. 12. Rice dispenser cabinet. If there's one ingredient that defines the Japanese kitchen, it's rice. For many families, it's cooked almost every single day. So instead of wrestling with heavy bags every time they prepare a meal, many homes use a built-in rice dispenser. The rice is stored inside a sealed container, keeping it fresh and protected from moisture. Need 1 cup? Pull the lever once. Need 2? Pull it twice. No measuring cups, no spills, no guessing. It transforms one of the most repetitive kitchen tasks into something almost effortless. And that's really the lesson behind every idea we've seen today. Japanese kitchens aren't filled with flashy gadgets. They're filled with thoughtful solutions that remove tiny frustrations before they become daily annoyances. When enough of those small improvements come together, the entire kitchen feels calmer, cleaner, and much easier to live with. So, which of these Japanese kitchen ideas impressed you the most? Was it the multi-level sink, the hidden appliance garage, or the built-in fish grill? Tell us your favorite in the comments, and if you've ever seen another clever Japanese kitchen idea that deserves to be featured, share it below. We'd love to include it in a future video. If you enjoyed discovering how Japan redesigns everyday life, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Japan Genius, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next episode, because this is just the beginning. In our next video, we'll explore even more brilliant Japanese organization ideas that prove a home doesn't have to be bigger, it just has to be smarter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.